In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about what chaos, a hot dog truck, bees, and a friendly beekeeper can inspire, trying not to spoil what will come, and screaming butterflies. Neat. In our discussion of The Young Queens by Kendare Blake. Neat.
Neat.
Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that is full of spoilers. Every week, we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire, and today we're going to discuss The Young Queens by Kendare Blake.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book, then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Excellent.
The only thing that would make it better is if I was holding a tiny puffy microphone.
Yes. Really far too close to your mouth as well.
So stupid.
So it looks like a little moustache.
So stupid. Now I'm looking around to see if I have anything next to me that I can fake a tiny microphone with, but I'm not gonna, Claire, because we're doing something right now. It's not puffy enough. See, we don't have time for this. Next time. I'm gonna share background info.
I was thinking we should really, with it being a book club, be a bit more succinct. That's gone out the window before we even started. Please, carry on.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to suggest that no one do this ever in the universe. If you go back to the Before Times episode, like fucking 8 or something, we discussed this series, and I shared something kind of about this background info that I'm sharing today, but I'm going to share it today in more detail, I think, because honestly, that was 7 years ago, and I can't remember what I did 7 years ago. But this is one of my favorite stories that Kendare tells about the reasoning behind this series, where she got the idea from. So I got this from Book Riot. And they say, you mentioned how it's really just about these 3 different factions living within the system. How did that idea come about? And everybody knows, because I've said it a million times, and Kendare Blake has said it a million times, but it's because of bees. It's because of bees. But here's the story. Here's the story about the bees. The whole idea kind of sparked from one thing. I was at a book event in Oregon, and it was an indoor-outdoor. So we had a hot dog truck out back. It's important that she mentions the hot dog truck because it doesn't come up again. So we had a hot dog truck out back, and there were kids playing music, and there was this bee ball in a tree, a swarm of bees. And everybody was scared, like, oh, everybody's going to get stung, it's going to be chaos. But there was a beekeeper there, and she was like, don't worry, it's a swarm. They're actively swarming, and they're only concerned about protecting the queen. And she's like right in the middle of the ball. So as long as you don't like poke the ball, they won't even get out of the tree. They're just going to stay there. So she got to chatting with the beekeeper, like, okay, so what are they doing? Why are they moving the queen right now? And she said, and this is the story idea, well, the queen must have wanted to leave the hive for whatever reason. Either she's about to die or she just wants a new hive. So at her old hive, she laid 3 or 4 queen eggs, and when those daughters hatch out, they fight, or one kills the other ones before they can hatch, and they take over the hive. And then my favorite part of this story is this last line, and I thought, neat.
Can we just end the episode now? Because I don't think anything can beat that.
No. And I thought, neat.
Neat. Well, isn't that neat? That is a neat background information.
It's neat.
Of course it is.
It's neat. The whole thing, this whole series is because of bees and the hot dog truck that was there.
And a friendly beekeeper.
And a friendly beekeeper. And chaos. We like all of
Chaos
those
or hot dog.
things.
Chaos, hot
Chaos or
dog
hot
truck,
dog
bees
truck.
with any beekeeper.
Yeah. Neat. If we move over to initial thoughts, though, honestly, my initial thought is that we shouldn't be reading this one right now. We should be reading this one after Three Dark Crowns, at least. But we are covering them chronologically, and so this has to happen. But I just want everyone to know that if you haven't read these and you do want to be spoiled, I can't do it. So I have worded things in a certain way so as to not ruin the reason why I wanted to throw book one across the room when I finished it. Just gonna put that out there.
Love some book violence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because every time you're closing the book and going, ah!
It's one of my favorite memories about reading a book, and I'm really excited that Kendare is going to be joining us next month when we actually get into the actual real story, not the little novellas. But she's going to be joining us for book one, Three Dark Crowns, next month. So I'm just really excited.
I'm really excited to tell Kendare off again.
Yeah. It means a lot to me.
Our love language is telling authors off.
Yeah, it's yelling at people with love.
It's yelling at authors and telling them to stop it, but at the same time yelling at them not to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's our love language.
Yeah.
I think my initial thought now, I'm changing it, is to just neat.
Neat.
I love bees. Bees are cool. Bees are the reason we
are alive in the world.
Yes. On Wednesday night I play online games with friends. We started doing in COVID and we keep doing it. And we always do Mario Kart. But then the second time we'll play something else. It might be more Mario Kart or Trivial Pursuit online.
Mm-hmm.
And it was neck and neck. And we lost because the subject was on bees and we got far too excited and just kept screaming, bees! Bees! To the point we forgot to press the button to register our answer.
That's a shame.
And we lost.
That's a shame.
Because we got too excited about bees.
It's a shame. I'm sorry about your bee excitement.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's a grand story and I love bees. So
yeah, it's great.
Neat. Let's get into the summary.
Neat.
Damn, we've latched.
We haven't done that in a while, to be honest.
No. Not too bad.
Neat. Poisoner Queen Camille gives birth to the triplet queens Mirabella, Arsinoe, and Katarine. She announces Elemental Mirabella's gift immediately, but Arsinoe and Katarine's gifts are much less prevalent than their sisters. All Camille wants is for someone other than a poisoner to take the throne next, so she tells Willa, the midwife, who will raise the triplets until they are claimed by their respective families 6 years later, that she knows Mirabella will be queen. The other two barely have gifts, and they likely won't quicken at all, but that's not so unusual for Fenburn anymore. Many people's gifts are weak, so it won't be surprising for the other two girls to not display their naturalist and poisoner abilities. Camille leaves the Black Cottage and the island of Fenburn with her king consort Philippe, and will soon forget all about everything that has happened on the island.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Job done. In Wolf Spring, where the naturalists live, 6-year-old Julienne Milon and her friend Joseph Sandrin are planning their afternoon of swimming after Jules and her aunt Cara get back home with the naturalist queen Arsenal. Joseph doesn't want the Milons to have to take the queen, but they are the most powerful naturalist family, and it is their duty. Maybe she won't be so bad.
Neat.
At
the Black Cottage, the three sisters get ready for their claiming day, when the families aligned with their gifts will retrieve them. Willa has raised each girl according to her assigned gift. So Arsinoe, the naturalist, is always covered in dirt, and Katerine is prim and proper, as most poisoners are. Mirabella has been raised to be queen, since her mother told Willa she would be, so she's been learning more histories and stories of the island than her sisters have, which takes us back to the story about Queen Elsabeth, the Oracle Queen, where Willa is sitting only with Mirabella telling her the story. And it makes my heart happy. Anyway. The three sisters will soon be taken to their new homes and their new lives. It's unlikely that they will see each other again, other than in passing at festivals, until they're much older.
Jules and Cara make their way to the Black Cottage to retrieve Queen Arsinoe and Matthew Sandrin, Joseph's much older brother, catches up to them, kissing Cara and telling her how much he's missed her. They arrive at the cottage just in time to see lightning flash in the sky above them, but it's not coming from the Westwood family of elementals. Oh no, it is coming from the young Queen Mirabella. She is upset because her sisters are scared. The Aaron family snipes at the Westwoods while the girls cry, but soon Mirabella is claimed and taken away. Arsinoe and Katerine cling tightly to each other until Jules steps up with her hand out and beckons for Arsinoe. As Natalia, Aaron slaps Katerine and Willa protests, Jules hugs Arsinoe. Don't do that. Don't abuse a child like that.
Don't do that. But it's so good.
It is, but you kind of like, even if you don't like kids, you kind of think, you bastards.
Obviously,
don't abuse children.
What I mean...
Don't be like that straight away. I mean, at all. But it really... I don't know. It's just that little bit was like, it was so good, but it was so bad, and so good, but so bad.
Right. I mean that it is so good for future books. On the way to Rolanth, Mirabella is ignored. Sarah Westwood and her brother Miles refer to her as the Queen and talk about her as if she is not there. They mention sending a rider ahead to alert the townsfolk that they are coming, so maybe they could meet and welcome the Queen, but then decide against it, even though tiny Mirabella is in the corner saying, "Hey, I want to meet people. Hey.
I'd like a friend.
Hello. Pay attention to me. Hello. I want to meet people."
Do you want to be my friend too? No? Anyone?
No? Okay. At their home, Mirabella is introduced to Bree, Sarah's daughter, and they become fast friends. One day, weeks later, they make a cake and bring it to share with Sarah and Miles, but they are talking about the Ascension and don't notice the girls. When Mirabella hears them talking about her killing her sisters, you better believe they notice her then. She screams and storms crash outside. The candle flames inside climb toward the ceiling. Bree helps Miles as they extinguish the fires with their gifts, and then Miles conks Mirabella on the head with a lamp.
Jerk.
Head conk. Neat.
Don't head conk. No, not neat.
Don't head conk the Queen.
You created this chaos.
Head conk yourself.
Yes.
Also, remember, she's 6.
Exactly.
She got head conked.
Mentioned the fact she's going to have to murder her sisters. You jerks. You jerks. I think I spent most of this book, and bear in mind the audiobook's only a couple of hours long, just going, you jerks.
Jerks. Ugh.
In Grief Straight Manor, Katrine has spent most of her time tangled up in curtains, trying to avoid Genevieve Aaron, Natalia's sister. Katrine likes Natalia and feels safe with her, but Genevieve, not so much. One day, while playing croquet out on the lawn, Natalia leaves Genevieve in charge of Katrine and the young cousins. They share May wine, a drink suitable for young children and poisonous without noticeable or strong gift, but Natalia warns her sisters not to give them too much or to taint it further so as not to have vomit all on the grounds. Shocking no one, after her third cup, Katrine falls ill. She wakes later and overhears Natalia and Genevieve in conversation. Genevieve is complaining about how weak Katrine is, especially compared to Mirabella, but then Natalia strikes her. She reminds Genevieve never to mention the other queens because Katrine needs them to forget. And the lawn covered in vomit.
Just vomit everywhere. So much vomit.
So much. Fertilizer or just stinky, you decide.
It's not good. In Wolf Spring, Jules and Joseph are playing in the water while Kara and Matthew talk. Arsinoe, standing some distance away, staring off in the distance toward Rolanth, hoping to catch a glimpse of Mirabella's lightning. The adults are discussing how horrible it was separating the triplets and wondering if it's always that bad. They mention a very rare blue queen, a fourth queen, who is always the one who becomes queen, and Arsinoe overhears and joins in the conversation, starting to ask about what happens to the other sisters who do not become queen, but Kara, not unkindly, sends her away to the market. Instead of telling her that she must murder everyone,
Future
go
murder.
to the market. Go to the market. Jules and Joseph come to her instead and invite her to play with them. Sometime later, Kara and Matthew are together. Kara thinking about how she's always caring for her sister's daughter and rarely has time just for herself, but she loves Jules and thinks of her as her own. Matthew, as he is wont to do, then proposes to her, because he proposes to her all the time. But, like she always does, she turns him down, telling him to ask again in 3 years.
Do you know what? In 3 years, hopefully she says no. You know, without spoiling the rest of the story, I would go, no, ha. I've got 3 years of peace, though. This is why you always tell your children, no, come back to me when you're 10. Because they'll have forgotten and they'll stop bugging you.
Smart. Smart.
3 years later, Sarah Westwood seeks help from the High Priestess, Luca, about Mirabella. Mirabella has still not forgotten her sisters and is very powerful and uncontrollable. So uncontrollable that they've kept her locked in the basement in their home in Rolanth. No.
She's been
Stop
trapped.
abusing this poor child.
Oh, she's been
You
trapped for
absolute
3 years in a
assholes.
basement. I hate it.
Yeah. That's psychopathic behaviour.
It's horrible.
Freaking heck. Sarah brings her to a place called Starfall Lake to meet the priestess. So Mirabella acts on her best behaviour just so she can, see the sky again and not be trapped in a freaking basement.
I hate it.
She's literally been imprisoned. When they get to the lake, Luca asks Mirabella about her sisters just to see what she still remembers. This was a bad idea. Mirabella pulls a creature made from water out of the lake and tries to drown the priestess. I mean, objectively, that's funny. Luca, knowing Mirabella will be condemned as mad, just like Elspeth all those years ago, stops others from trying to help her and reaches out to the girl, loudly declaring her the chosen queen.
I wish that she had tried to drown everyone else.
Rip-roaring rampage of revenge.
Yes. Ugh. She's 9, though. She doesn't know that yet.
I don't know. We've read some books with some pretty awful 9-year-olds that could do some rip-roaring rampages.
You're right. Arsinoe has been with Jules and Joseph for 3 years now, and even though she is not as rowdy as they are, she is fitting in well with them. They are playing one day when a beautiful woman approaches. This is Madrigal, Jules's mother. Madrigal left the island of Finburn when Jules was only 3, and it is said that once one leaves the island, they will forget about it and will only find it again if they are meant to return. Kara, meanwhile, is inside the family home with her mother Kate and father Ellis, discussing the children playing alone at 9, an age where they could get up to things. And then Kate references Kara and Matthew. Kara is set on marrying Matthew, but Kate is not so sure. She mentions the family curse that the Malones have, where, when there are 2 sisters, one will always be barren, which is obviously painful, but more so for naturalists. But Kara has Jules, and Matthew loves them both. Kate then sees Madrigal approach, with Jules lovingly at her side, and rushes out, Ellis not far behind. They swing their prodigal daughter around, so happy she's returned, and Kara is left alone, stewing, grasping at her empty womb. Neat.
Fingers literally go in. Get a very firm hold of it.
Yeah.
Natalia, after a full breakfast of poisoned foods, just like every other meal, takes Katrine to the Volroy and shows her the poison room where they mix up the poison easy for beginners to make that as pretty and fizzy. Natalia is careful to make Katrine wear gloves, as she has not come into her power yet, and they discuss her hanging more tapestries in the palace when she is queen, so that it feels warmer. Katrine asks if all queens are poisoners, and Natalia tells her no, but that the island has come to depend on the poisoners because they are so powerful. Natalia accidentally nicks her skin with the blade, and Katrine rushes to help. Natalia is surprised at how kind this young poisoner is. I shall poison you with kindness. I love the pain you're in, by the way. This is hilarious.
Arsinoe, Jules, Joseph, and Madrigal are on a walk. Madrigal and Jules grow grass around them and summon butterflies, and Aria, Madrigal's crow familiar, flies around joyfully, filling up on the bugs. Madrigal sends her bird away and asks Arsinoe if she can hear what the butterflies were saying. No, she can't, because they're all in the crow belly.
Don't
no! Oh my God, no!
I don't want to be eaten! Ah! That's what they're saying.
Yes. Madrigal tells her the butterflies are questioning whether Arsinoe will ever get her gift, whether she will be strong enough to fight her sisters when the time comes. Everyone is shocked by this.
They are not saying that.
You know what? Can I just tell you, the butterflies, they do not give one fuck.
No, not at all. I call complete shenanigans.
Yeah.
That is not true. Lies.
Yeah. The butterflies do not care.
Her butt is on fire.
It is, yes. Anyway, Jules tells Arsinoe that she will protect her when the time comes. Kara and Matthew arrive then, and Matthew can't stop staring at Madrigal. Dick. They send the children along ahead of them, and Kara questions what Madrigal is doing talking to Arsinoe like that. Madrigal puts Kara down for treating Arsinoe so delicately and not training her at all to be a murderer. She tells her younger sister that clearly Jules is meant to be Arsinoe's protector, and Kara is meant for nothing at all.
Ooh,
damn.
Oof.
Damn it.
Oof.
Oof.
Neat. 2 years later, Arsinoe, Jules and Joseph try to escape the island, but are found lost in the mists. They are taken to the Volroy for punishment, as the queens are not allowed to leave Fenburn. Kate and Ikara are there, and some others as well. Natalia, head of the Black Council now, is set to punish them. She wants to have Katrine practice her poisoning on Jules and Joseph, but instead she sends Joseph away to the mainland until they decide he can return, and sends Jules back to the Black Cottage to become the next midwife. Arsenal tries to stand up for her friends, telling everyone they are innocent, and that was her idea to leave, and Kara steps in to take Jules' place at the Black Cottage.
Not meant for nothing now, huh? As she grasps her womb.
Her empty womb.
Oh, is she gonna steal a baby?
I mean, they're giving them away in this, man. In this
That's
universe.
True. That's true.
You just wait around and you just get one handed to you. Like, oh, look after that for the next 6 years, will you?
That's true. Yeah. Mirabella has been with High Priestess Luca since they met, and Luca has come to love the young queen. I feel like it should be love.
Tolerate?
She still hopes that one day Mirabella will forget about her sisters, but because she was locked in a basement for 3 years with only them to think about, she probably won't. Mirabella asks what happened with Arsinoe and is told about the punishments for her friends. As they go about their day, they encounter a procession of carriages with a boy who was caught stealing at the Capitol and was put to death. This makes Mirabella angry at the Black Council. How could they do something so terrible just for theft? In reality, Luca has set this up. The boy was accused of murder, not theft, but she needs Mirabella's righteous anger if she is to make any changes to Finburn.
See, little kids can be shits too. 2 years later, Arsenal and Jules are walking through the forest, still feeling alone and sad after Joseph and Kara were sent away. Arsenal is stewing about the Arons and plotting how she can take them down before the Ascension, when she will have to face off against her sisters. But she still has 2 more years before that will happen. They come to a stone that both are sure they would never find again if they ever went looking, and decide to rest. When they wake, Jules hears a crunching in the leaves and puts her arms out to protect Arsenal. She doesn't have it to, though. What comes to her is a small mountain cat cub, and inside her head, Jules hears the name Camden. She has found her familiar, and it will grow to be bigger and stronger than any other familiar in a long, long time.
Yay.
These days, more authors are including mental health content in their books. But do you ever wonder how accurate some of this stuff is?
Or do you ever read something where you know the author just gets it?
I'm Elise.
And I'm Priscilla.
And we are Novel Feelings, a podcast where we discuss mental health issues in fiction novels.
We are psychologists and book lovers, and we have a lot of opinions.
So look for Novel Feelings wherever you get your podcasts.
Now, back to your show.
What a lovely setup.
What a story full of misery. It's only a little short story too.
Like I said at the beginning, Probs would not have read this one at this time.
Mm-hmm.
However, I mean, I've already read all these books a million times, so it's fine. But not everyone else has. So I probably would have held on to this one. However, there's so much stuff that I want to, like, come back and reference later. Be like, oh, if they hadn't done this when she was 6, would have been different. So.
Well, feel free.
I will do that. 100%.
Go on, do it.
I mean,
do it.
I mean, not right now. I got to do it when we're discussing future books.
Well, yeah, but you know, you're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna, everyone.
We don't have, like, moans and gasps and other things to count. And it's tradition with book club that we find something that we need to keep track of.
Yeah.
So we're keeping track of the references.
It's a good idea.
There we go. I still don't get, and it's been a long time since I read Three Dark Crowns, where the explanation is probably, why do we have to separate the sisters in the first place? Is it just to make murder easier? And why bother murdering each other? Like, declare one of them, you are queen. You are queen spare 1. You are queen spare 2. And if there's the blue one, you are queen spare 3. Otherwise, or you all get to be queen equally, and you have to rule as a council of queens.
I mean,
bitches of the bone.
I think that would be nicer if they have to be queen, like, over the people who have their gift.
Yeah.
Maybe that would make more sense. You're the queen of the poisoners. You're the queen of the elementals. But you know what, Claire? If we didn't separate them and force them to murder each other like the bees, then the story wouldn't exist. So that's why we do it.
Thank goodness for the bees then. Okay. The bees make it make sense.
Yeah. It's all because of the bees.
Everything makes sense.
It's all on account of the bees, yeah.
So again, we say thank you to
Thank you,
Chaos, the hot
bees.
dog truck bees, and a friendly beekeeper.
Yeah. Neat.
Though, you know, when you say like murder and stuff, you want it to either be sneaky, or
Violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want anything in between.
No. It's either sneaky, or violent.
Can we have it in the first chapter, please? We do love a murder in the first chapter.
We do. Yeah. I don't know what to say about this one other than what I've already been yelling about the whole time.
Yeah. It's really difficult because you don't want to spoil what's going to happen in the future.
It's hard.
I can literally see you biting your tongue.
Yeah,
and you
it's
too
sad.
can see Amanda biting her tongue if you go to Patreon and then go to Fictional Hangover. You can watch this video for free.
Yeah, you can. There's also lots of like pointed looks to the camera. Yeah.
Me taking sips of my coffee in my pumpkin mug.
I will say that there's so much manipulation happening. Like, even like micro manipulations happening that affect everything.
I like that though. Like,
I know, me too, but I don't like it because I can't talk about it.
I know, but that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Where you can. Kendare is a master at this.
Yes.
We see it in the Buffy books. We see it in these books, where she can put all these little Easter eggs, these little tidbits, these little things in. And if you've read the story or you know the story, you get more. You get that little bit extra out of it. If you haven't, it doesn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
But then as you start to read the books and the pennies start dropping and the poison starts flowing and the murder starts happening, you go, oh my God. And then that's where Kendare has this unique ability to make you reread the books with all the knowledge and go, there it is. But then also spot those other bits and pieces and those things. So she's such a smart writer.
Yeah.
Though I don't think she gives herself enough credit for that.
No. But she's so good.
She is. And she's really good at creating a fantasy world without it being too heavy and you feeling too confused.
Yeah.
It's not like Tolkien-esque high fantasy. It's definitely a fantasy world, but you don't feel like you're being dropped in the middle of something and don't understand it.
Yes.
Like even with the Oracle Queen. The Oracle Queen is one of these stories where actually we probably could have read it last. Because then it might it potentially could make more sense in certain ways. But because it's so far in the history, it gives you the tasters of what's to come, which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean these two novellas that we've started the book club off with this year could be slotted in basically at any point, and you're going to get something out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
My main takeaway, I will say, from The Young Queens, sucks to be royalty.
You know, it really does. Would you rather be a queen in this universe or a bee?
A bee.
You're going to have to murder people either way.
Fine, I'll be a bee, and I'll sting people in my butt.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get all bzzy in your face.
Yeah.
I love bees. But I think it was does anybody look after their own kids in this?
Oh, I mean, Sarah and Bree.
Wow, that's so few.
Well, and also, we don't have many children mentioned right now.
We have a minimum of 3 plus a couple of us.
I believe that the poisoners do. There just aren't poisoner children that are directly related right now. They're cousins. They're cousins.
I feel really sorry, like, for the poisoners somewhat, because I get you need a little bit of poison, and you need to be able to, you know, build that tolerance for poisons. Otherwise, you know, hello poisoner, what's the point? I get that completely, and it's a tried and tested and very useful trope to have. I like it, but you're never going to get the full flavour of what a food is.
I think that
it's always going to be tarnished in some way with
poison,
the knowledge that the poison is there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the poisoners who have strong gifts, the gifted poisoners, they're not affected by it either way. And so they like it. That's how they season their food. Oh, here's a little bit of arsenic on here, you know. Like that's how they season their food. So they're used to it, but ungifted people, on the other hand,
people mature at different rates as well. You know, give them credit. You don't want to mature too late if you're a poisoner, though, do you?
No.
No.
That's why you got to ease into it.
No poisoner has matured late.
No.
I do feel for Arsenal, though, being stuck in that basement for 3 years.
No, it was Mirabella that was stuck in the basement.
Yes, sorry.
Arsenoy's frolicking around in the woods.
Yes, she can. I like Mirabella because she's been so hard done by at this stage.
Excuse me, Katarine is tangled up in curtains being poisoned every day.
I don't know, but yes, right. Which awesome is this a would you rather before I jump ahead? No,
the would you rathers are pretty simple this time.
Because my thoughts are, you know, would you rather have Arsenal's upbringing, Mirabella's upbringing, or
Katarine's?
Katarine's upbringing?
I mean, Arsenoy's.
Because you want to be trapped in the basement for 3 years.
No, that's Mirabella. Arsenoy is frolicking around in the woods.
No, why? No.
Yeah, Mirabella is the elemental who they have to keep in the basement so she can't lightning everyone.
Now, you see,
Arsenoy is the naturalist and is frolicking in the woods.
Yes. No, I would take Katrine's. I would want to be the poison.
You want to be constantly poisoned?
Yes, because then I'm building up the tolerance to it as well. And then, when I'm older, I can go for the rip-roaring rampage of revenge.
I can't speak right now!
Being in the basement for 3 years, like, as an adult, if I've got entertainment, do I have a book?
You probably have some books. If it was a choice, if I was
if it's a choice right now, lock me in the basement for 3 years.
I will gladly be locked up in a basement for 3 years with books and stuff. Sure. But she didn't choose it.
No, and you shouldn't do that to children.
No.
You shouldn't do it to adults.
No.
No.
Everyone should be able to make their own decisions in life.
I would love to lightning people, though. That'd be cool.
I would love to lightning.
You get a
people
lightning
as well.
bolt, and you get a lightning bolt, and you get 3 lightning bolts because you're a particular asshat.
Yeah. That one, I believe.
Arsenoy, you get 6 for frolicking. Stop frolicking. I think she's too perky.
She's not, though. She was staring longingly into the distance. Quietly.
That's perky behaviour.
No.
She's not being beaten, she's not being poisoned, she's not being imprisoned.
Yeah, I mean, she arguably has the best childhood.
She's living her best life.
Yeah,
In
she
comparison.
and also she's got a best friend who is actually her friend who wants to take care of her. Arsenoy's
Yes.
life is the best.
Yes. She's got it easy.
Yeah.
She's just
Yeah, her only fault right now is that she can't hear butterflies.
Oh. And all the butterflies doing
Are screaming.
lying.
They're screaming and lying the whole time. And that's your only fault, is that you can't hear screaming, lying butterflies.
And if there's one thing the Simpsons have taught us, it's don't trust butterflies.
Can't.
Trust the bees.
Yeah. Do we have a favorite character in this one?
I don't. I think everybody's still just either an asshole or too young.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to say at this point, because also we've just been introduced to everyone. I don't think it's fair for us to choose a favorite character right now. But if I did have to choose a favorite character from only this story, it's Jules. I love Jules.
Yeah.
I hate Madrigal.
I don't trust people when they're too pretty.
But I love Jules.
Funny Katrine could have vomited all over her
That would have been fine.
instead of fertilising the lawn.
Yeah. What about surprises?
Probably the fact that Mirabella got spent like 3 years in the freaking basement.
Yeah, I think
You don't put a kid in the basement for 3 months.
3 years, Claire.
3. Oh God,
Yeah,
it's been a long week.
I think Mirabella's upbringing is probably the most surprising. I don't remember the first time I read this one. I don't remember. I know that I have read it, but I didn't remember
Short
all the
stories
details.
you tend to go through less. You tend
Yeah.
to read them less than you do the main series.
Yeah. So it's horrible. Like, you expect Katarine to be poisoned because she's
Yes.
a poisoner.
It's a traditional trope with a young poisoner.
Yeah.
You feed them poison.
But Mirabella, like, how do you expect her to have her gifts if you lock her in the basement?
And they're the ones who caused it as well.
Yeah.
By talking about the future murder.
Yeah.
Take some
Horrible.
freaking responsibility. You're
horrible.
supposed to be looking after her and teaching her
Nope.
how to use this gift, not locking her in a
Nope,
basement
lock her in a
for 3
basement.
years.
Lock her in the basement.
Jackasses.
Horrible. Okay, favorite final thought quote? Do we have anything else?
No, it's just it's so short a story.
Yeah.
It's so short. I'll just give you one. A poison is not a plaything. Which is,
Yeah.
I think, something we can, easily agree on as a life lesson.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just give you one, too, then. I am not sad. I am angry.
Ooh, and when you
And
say
you're
it like
asking-
that,
You're asking yourself, Amanda, book or real life? Oh, I hit the microphone. Book or real life? Book or real life?
exactly.
Yeah.
Whenever anybody says that they're angry and they're really calm about it, GTFO.
You know it's bad. You know it's bad. Yeah.
I'm just going to say, I enjoy a rip-roaring rampage of revenge.
Yes.
IRL as well.
Yeah. Okay.
We asked, would you rather step off the island and immediately forget everything, or be meant to forget everything but be unable to? And on Facebook, on the Fictional Hangover page, 57% went with forget, but in the book club and on Instagram, 100% went with forget. They want to forget everything immediately.
I'm honestly surprised that no one wanted to keep their memories here. Nope. Fuck it.
Depends on the memories.
Forget it all.
I've done too many things. We do have a couple of critter comments. Fiona said, I feel a trick here. This is a difficult question. Was the island a paradise? In which case, better to forget, or you will die trying to get back and never find it. Or, if it was hellish, better to remember so you don't get caught again. Does this make me a pessimist?
Speaking as a pessimist, no.
I would say a realist.
Yeah. Emily says, I rather remember than forget.
And Coral said, this is a little hard, but to forget horrible things, yes, make me forget. But to forget things you don't want to, that would make it hard, like your children, just to never remember. But if you don't remember, how do you know? Wild mindfuck.
Glim Glam Jen says, as a person who loves stories, I want to remember. It's a way more interesting way to spin stories. You just manipulate everything.
Yeah. And Trina Reed said, I'd rather forget. It would probably eat you up wondering how your children are doing. I don't know, I thought Queen Camille just wanted to get out of there. Right, job done.
Yeah.
There's the brats. Bye.
Yeah.
Can't imagine having triplets. Oh my god, one was enough.
I can't imagine having triplets. 0 is enough.
Yeah. Very, very fair.
But also, I mean, it's not just Camille here, because Joseph has to leave the island. Madrigal leaves the island. Like, Jules, Joseph, and Arsinoid try to leave the island. So it's not just Camille here.
No, and it makes you like if nobody ever left the island so they can keep the memories, and this is all stuff that'll get covered, you kind of think, well, how do you trade with other places? How do people visit? How do you go elsewhere if you forget? And then the island just becomes more and more inbred.
Well, people do come there. I mean, they know because they have to know.
It's on a map.
It could be on their maps. Fenburn is a completely different place. I sometimes want to imagine Fenburn as like the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Village.
Oh gosh.
And so they are on this island having queens and all of this weird stuff happening, and they have to murder each other all the time. And then everyone else is just like, it's just our normal everyday life.
You come off the island and suddenly you've got Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I mean, we had a whole conversation about Wi-Fi last time.
Yes. It's like, fetch me some KFC and some Wi-Fi, I'm off the island.
Yeah. That's how I want it to be. That's how I choose to enjoy these stories.
I'm just going to say magic.
Magic, that's fine. Are you remembering or are you forgetting?
I am remembering.
Yeah, me
because
too.
as previously established, I love a rip-roaring rampage of revenge.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go on a rip-roaring rampage of revenge, I need to know why.
Yeah, you gotta keep those grudges, man.
Exactly. I'm still holding grudges from being a small child.
Same. Yeah, I'm gonna remember as well.
One day, that revenge is going to be so cold. It's going to be ice cold.
It's great. All right. Next question. You're adopted and mistreated.
Boo! Neat.
Neat. Would you rather spend 3 years basically alone in a basement, we've already answered this question, or be constantly bullied and, well, poisoned?
I would poisoned. I think I said poisoned earlier. As an adult, give me the basement. I just need some books.
Right.
And plenty of naps. That's great. But
Yeah.
as a child...
As a child, I want to develop that
Poison.
immunity, because then you better believe, will be poisoning the shit out of everyone all the time.
Oh, they will not see it coming. Or taste it either.
Just all poison all the time.
I'm just going to sit there, just smug. Or constantly sitting smug. Because then they'll never know.
They'll never know.
She's looking particularly happy today. Yes, I am. Well, in good news, you're going to be queen! Yay! In bad news, you need to kill your 2 sisters to ascend to the throne. Neat.
Neat!
Would you rather be raised with your sisters before murdering them, or raised separately in different aristocratic houses who want to use you for their own personal gain?
I mean, obviously I want to be raised in a different house. I think that would make the murder easier. If you care about your sisters at all, you're not going to want to murder them. But if you forget who they are, just murder everyone. Just sit smugly whilst you're murdering everyone. Constant smugness. Is that another shirt?
Yeah.
Excessively British, constant smugness.
I am going to be raised with my sisters.
Really?
Because one of 2 things.
Are you going to kill them immediately?
No.
Or are you going to wait until you're 16?
It's got to be legal. One of 2 things. Either 1, I'm a raging psychopath. Sucks to be them. Or 2, bad is good, baby. Down with the system.
Yeah.
We're going to revolutionise what's going on.
Yeah.
Viva la resistance. We're going to take to the streets, song and dance routine. It's going to be fabulous.
Okay.
And we're going to revolution and change the way the monarchy is.
Okay. I just want to go and get
Or
some...
I'm a raging psychopath and I kill them, whichever.
Also fine. I just want to go and get some skills first.
Well, I mean, there's nothing to say you won't get the skills when you're with the sisters. Just if you're a poison and you're being raised with your sisters, doesn't mean you can't,
Yeah, but like, are we still thinking about this universe? Are you still in the Black Cottage, not learning anything? Other than the histories?
But you're the Lord and Master. The poisoners are coming to you.
See, that's why I
the
asked.
naturalists are coming to you to educate. This is my Black Cottage universe is the poisoners are going to come and teach me. The naturalists will come and teach Mirabella. Arsenal's going to have her frolicking friends. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be raised. And it's going to be nice. And either I will be the psychopath by the time I turn 16, in which case, womp womp, neat, I'm the queen. Or, viva la resistance, revolution is in the air, and the 3 of us will change the system. But regardless, we're going to make sure those powers are developed, and the skills are there.
Can I tell
otherwise,
you?
how we're going to change anything?
Can I tell you that I am surprised that you want people to come to your house all the time.
No. No.
You already said it. You said they're coming to you, Claire. You already said it.
Yeah,
You're
one or two
inviting
people, and it's
You're
a big
inviting
house.
everyone over to your house all the time.
I'll have a party, whatevs, and I'll poison them all.
And then you'll go and sit in the basement by yourself.
And then I'll sit in the basement for a little while going, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I would be the host who has that banner on that says, all are welcome until 9 o'clock, then please leave.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is a basic one.
Oh.
Would you rather be a naturalist, a poisoner, or an elemental? And we did ask this one in the before times, and I don't remember what I said. And also, everything was weird back then, and it was 3 different books at the same time. So I had more to go on back then.
Yeah.
But just based, let's caveat this one, just based right now on this story. No future events. Naturalist, poisoner, or elemental.
I feel like I'm leaning towards poisoner. Simply because it's a skill that's being used and developed. My second choice would be elemental. And then I can go absolutely buck wild. Crazy hair and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But based on this book only, because the way Mirabella has not developed, even though she's ridiculously strong, she's not been developed or taught how to use her powers. So it is just bursts of the power.
Yeah.
And I want a skill. I want to be able to use it, not just be used by it.
Yeah, I feel like...
So purely based on this poisoner, I do lean towards elemental.
I do like the idea of an elemental. However, it seems that Mirabella, at this moment in her life, is controlled by her emotions.
Yes.
And I would rather be dead inside.
Yes.
And I feel like that just is a poisoner.
Poison will kill you insides.
Neat. Yeah, I don't think I ever really want to be a naturalist.
No. Too much frolicking.
Far too much frolicking.
Too many butterflies.
Yeah.
Too many butterflies screaming at you.
Yeah. Screaming. Nobody wants a screaming butterfly.
No.
Yeah. What's our last question?
I know somebody who's terrified of butterflies, like hugely terrified of butterflies. I've just got this image of them being attacked, like you've just been surrounded by screaming butterflies, and then they would start screaming and it would just be more screaming.
It's amazing.
Anyway. Would you rather have a crow or a dog as a familiar? This
Crow.
is a really hard question.
Crow.
Because I love them both.
Crow.
Can I have both?
You can, but then you'd have to be a really powerful naturalist. Have multiple familiars.
Yeah.
Why is the question not would you rather have a swarm of screaming butterflies?
Would you rather have a swarm of screaming butterflies or a swarm of bees?
Ah.
The butterflies is quite funny.
The butterflies are
But
funny.
the bees have got stingers.
Yeah. But I just imagine it's like a bumblebee though. So he's just like bouncing around all cute and fluffy. Not
And then
any
he
scary
sticks
bees.
you with his stinger.
Yeah.
And it turns out you're allergic, and
And
it's
then
like
you
Macaulay
die.
Culkin in that movie.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Original question, crow. New question, screaming butterflies.
Okay. Original question, dog. Though I really want a crow as well. New, bees.
Okay. I like it. That's a question that we need to write down and ask Kendare later. Because she won't be expecting it. Yeah. All right. If you liked this, try this. What are you going to suggest?
Oh my god, I racked my brain something chronic. But I was sitting at my dining room table next to my bookshelf, so I looked over and then I saw Sister Creatures.
Oh,
and I was like, yes, because it's the sisters and it's chaos.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, it's a hashtag tenuous link. We love that.
Yeah.
It's by Laura Venita Green. We had her on for New Indie Spotlight.
Yes, we did.
And it was such a fun interview, and Laura is the nicest person. So go back and listen to that, and then pick up the book because yes. So I'm going to read the summary from the book. In the muggy, insect-ridden town of Pine Creek. Oh, what kind of insects? Do you think it's screaming butterflies?
I hope it's screaming
swarming
butterflies.
Bees.
It's probably mosquitoes.
Probably. They're less good. Pine Creek, Louisiana. College dropout Tess Levine is watching two bickering siblings with their parents while their parents are away. Her listless day drinking is interrupted when someone emerges from the woods behind the house. Filthy and feral, the daughter of religious fundamentalists, a girl known in town as Sister Gail, convinces Tess to take her in for the night. The strange events of that evening will set the course for Tess's future and Sister Gail's ultimate fate. Meanwhile, other residents of Pine Creek try to cobble together the future from what little they have, their lives intersecting in small and not so small ways. Sisters fight to define independence for themselves and from each other. Hashtag tenuous link. While two young women on a bicycling trip wonder what their relationship promises or threatens. Throughout, a deeply unsettling presence connects the characters to buried secrets of Pine Creek, the Omnistia, a malevolent shape-shifting entity whose rage and despair stems from a tragic history of misogyny, maternal loss, and stolen ambitions. As time marches forward, so does Tess, creating a new path for herself while accepting what can never be entirely left behind. At times atmospheric and eerie, and others all too real. Sister Creatures is about manufacturing resilience from nothing but the bonds that tie us together. And how cool is that cover?
I know, it's very good.
So yeah, check out the New Indie Spotlight and check out the book.
Yes.
What have you got?
I am also going to suggest one that we just talked about in a New and Indie Spotlight. I am going to share The Lost Girls of Hollow Lake by Rebecca Fabian.
Yay!
Yes, and I also have a hashtag tenuous link, Disappearing Island.
Ooh.
Here's the summary. Also, just go back a few episodes and listen to the New and Indie Spotlight. For Evie Williams, life is about to get a lot more complicated. Haunted by the events of a school trip to Hollow Lake National Park that went disastrously wrong, Evie and her friends return changed, their lives forever marked by the mysterious island they encountered and the 3 girls they left behind. Now someone is picking off those who were involved one by one. Their families, friends, and even online investigators are all caught in a deadly game. The stakes are raised when Evie receives a chilling message that, to save her loved ones, she must return to the island. As Evie and the other lost girls navigate the treacherous terrain of the island once more, they must confront the secrets they've buried, the horrors they've witnessed, and the person, or thing, that's hunting them. But some secrets refuse to stay hidden, and the island demands a price for freedom.
Ooh.
Disappearing Island. Hashtag tenuous link.
Yes, and also go and check out that New Indie Spotlight.
Yes,
it's a fabulous conversation.
So good. And also, both of these books we will be covering later on in the year when they match up with our themes. So
yes, we're very excited to actually get into them.
Yes, we are.
Do we have another New Indie Spotlight?
We do. This one we just received, and it's coming out March 3rd. It's called Burn the Water by Billy Ray. And it sounds very interesting. And also, I believe there might be 1 or 2 hashtag tenuous links. The year is 2425. So it could be a hashtag tenuous link to my village theory. And everyone else is in the future. And they're in the past. Right. Anyway. The year is 2425, and London is unrecognizable. A sea of decaying skyscrapers, submerged streets, and shattered remnants of a once great city. Two armies, the Rogues and the Crowns, have waged war for generations, locked in a brutal battle over a world long lost to the sea. Rafe, the ruthless and magnetic leader of the Rogue army, and Jewel, the fiercest warrior the Crown army has ever known, are sworn enemies by birth. Both are destined to lead their factions to victory after centuries of bloodshed, until they fall for each other. Their love is forbidden, dangerous, and utterly consuming. As Rafe and Jewel risk everything to protect one another amid the violence, a new and even greater threat emerges from the water, one that could destroy both armies and what's left of their world. To survive, they must challenge everything they've been taught and convince their people that love is stronger than hate in a world where peace has always been impossible. Battling factions? #tenuous link.
Yes. Cool.
It would be awkward if they fell in love with each other. Because they're sisters.
Let's read the book and find out.
No! I'm talking about the Three Dark Crowns universe. It's fine for other people to fall in love.
That's fanfic.
That is a gross fanfic.
That is the darkest places of the internet. You can't tell me it doesn't exist, because everything exists on the internet.
Did mention inbreeding.
You cannot tell me that if you live on a tiny island, that if you leave, you forget everything, that it doesn't eventually become very incestuous. People stop being your 16th cousin 25 times removed, and they become your first cousin, and then it turns into brother, uncle, dad, mother. I don't know how that works.
Is that dad, mother?
I don't know.
That's it. That's enough for this episode of Fictional Hangover.
Yes, that's enough. It's no longer neat.
I'm Amanda.
I blame the hot dog truck. I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss Dracula's Brunch Club by Brian Gosner and illustrated by Keenan Gaba. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book. Neat.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.